everyone, in today's video I am going to be doing my own nails. So if you guys want to see the real life struggle of how I managed to do my own nails, then just keep watching. Alright everybody, so to take these nails off, the first thing I'll do is I'll clip down the free edge, and then I'm going to come in with a bit and just pop these diamonds off. I'm not going to grind them off. I'm just going to take the edge of my bit and then just hit it on the side and they'll just pop off. To remove those diamonds, I'm going to be using a coarse bit, or this may be extra coarse, I'm sorry, but it is very dull, so that's why I use it, just to remove diamonds. So once I have those diamonds off, I'm going to take my extra coarse tornado bit and I'm going to file down to the clear base. I don't want to go past that. I want it thin, but I do not want to get to my natural nail bed. So I'm only going to file down to the clear base and then I'll start soaking off. Watched my soak off video, you know that I take a bowl and I fill it with hot water and then I place my acetone over that bowl. So I'm going to go in and soak. Now this is 2 minutes after being in that bowl. And this is just 5 minutes after being in the bowl. If you get them down thin enough, then when it comes to soaking off, it won't be so hard. But that's the key. You have to get it down thin enough without going all the way. Now here I'm just taking my extra fine diamond bit and I'm going to take that remaining product off. And I'm not too concerned about getting all of it off. If there's a little bit left, when I come in and do my natural nail prep, it'll take care of that. Okay, once I have everything soaked off, I'll start my natural nail prep, starting by pushing back the cuticles, and then I'll take my cuticle bit and I'll start in the center, work on one side, put the bit in reverse, and then go to the other side. Once I've done that, I'll take my sanding band and remove any product that's left on there, and then also just remove the shine. Alright, now I've got my tips on and I have them filed into shape. I'm going to go in and do my dehydrator, and then I'll take my primer and I'm going to prime twice. I typically do my nails maybe once a month. I find that I'm so busy at work, doing everybody else's nails, that when I do have free time to do my own, I just don't feel like it. So it takes for me to see a set of nails and to be inspired by that set and be like, okay, yeah, I really love that set. I want it on myself. Then I'll have the energy to do my nails. So I was on Instagram and I've seen this picture of these nails and I fell in love. I already love glass nails, period. So when I saw these, I was like, okay, yep, time to do my nails. So I'm not going to do them exactly how she had it. I'm going to take that picture as inspiration and kind of make it my own. So I will start off doing a French. Anytime that I'm doing a set and I know that it has a French or a cutout in it, I always start with that first because I have to let it have time to dry so I can come back and file it. So I'm going to start off with the middle finger, the index, and the pointer. All of those will be French. Now, the middle finger and the index is going to be glass, but on the pointer, I'm going to make that one just a full French so it'll have the white. I've started on this index and I'm going to take that index finger, line it up with the middle finger from cuticle to cuticle, so that way I can measure my nail beds. I want them both to be even with each other. When you're doing French, you want to make sure that just like you're matching your tips and you're measuring them to be together, you want to do that when it comes to your nail beds. You don't want one longer than the other because you will be able to tell. So the thing about doing your own nails, you see that I have my fingers pointed down. I'm kind of in a weird position, but that's the thing when you're doing your own nails. You want to make sure that those fingers are pointed down so you do not get anything in the cuticle. I think that might be the hardest thing to achieve when you're doing your own, is to keep everything nice and neat. So here on this finger, I'm just starting an ombre. And when I'm doing my nails, people always ask me, how long does it take to do your own nails? And it takes forever, because it already takes me forever, period, to do anybody else. But when it comes to doing my own, you have to be, like I said, very careful not to get too messy, too out of control. And it can easily happen. So I always, take my time, take smaller beads, and actually what really takes me longer is the filing, because it's still not, I feel like I'm still not laying it perfectly as I can on someone else. So I have to make up for that when it comes to filing. Now I did an ombre and I'm coming in and I'm gonna apply a little bit of glitter over that. And I had too much there, so I just kind of swooped it off and started over. But I'm basically just going to layer this finger. It's going to have the ombre sticking from underneath. It's going to have the glitter. I'm going to go in with a chunky glitter, and then you'll see towards the end when I've finished the design, I'm going to go in and lay some foil over that. And you're probably thinking, well, why did you start off with the ombre if you're going to be doing all of that? Well, I'm creating dimension. Sometimes, have you ever seen those nails and you're like, dang, what did she put on there? What is all of that? You can't tell what it is because it has so much dimension. So that's what I'm going to do to this finger. Now here on the thumb, I'm pretty much going to be doing the same thing, but I'm going to leave out the ombre. Now here you can see I applied my first bead and I'm just walking that bead down. And I'm telling y'all, application is everything. If you apply your acrylic correctly, then you're going to be busting out some good sets. So I'm proud of this thumb. I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, lay that application. I don't know if it's because the thumb is the biggest nail, so I have room enough to do it. And you see the way I have my thumb pointed down, so I have it exactly how I need it. So this is a good little application. I'm happy with it. So to start these glass nails off, I've already filed the nail beds. Now I'm coming in with a very wet bead and I'm going to lay that in, and then I'm going to start adding my charms to that wet bead. I don't want to wait and add a clear layer, let it dry, and then come in and add the charms. I want to do it first so it's not going to be bulky. So as it's sitting up drying, I'm just going to take the back of my brush and kind of just barely press those charms in. You do not want it to be bulky. You don't want it sticking up. Next, I'm going to just add some gold flakes, and I'm going to do the exact same thing on the index. Remember, on glass nails, you want to work kind of wet. You don't want to use dry beads. So take as many beads as you need to. Make sure that you're applying them wet, wetter than you normally would, and just make sure that there's no bubbles in that clear. Okay, here on the pointer, like I said, I'm going to be doing the white. So as you can see, I took some of the liquid out of my brush, patted it out, and then I took my brush in reverse, placed it up against that nail bed, and now I'm pressing it up against it, making sure that I'm just going to walk that bead down. Here lately, I'm telling y'all, French have been in, and just the classic ones too, just the pink and whites have been really popular. So I'm going to just walk that bead down and get that finger right. And y'all, don't mind my little crusty fingers. They've got monomer on them. When I soaked them off, they had all of that on there. And I've got some nicks on there when I was filing. So I'm telling you, doing your own nails is a struggle. So I'm getting through it, and hopefully they'll come out okay. All right, to start my filing, I take a coarse carbide bit and I always smooth out the cuticle area, and then I'll come through the body if I need to, just to debulk it. All right, once I have all 5 fingers done, I'll come in with my sanding band, and I'll use this to just further flush out that cuticle area. I want it smooth. Your cuticle area should look as though it is growing out from your nail. So you want that area flush. And when you use a sanding band, it really helps to smooth it out. Here I'm going to come through the body and reveal my French. This is the best part, y'all. When you do a French and it looks like raggedy and a mess, but then you come in and you remove all of that and you have just a fresh pink and white, honey. All right, the last step is to take my hand file and just define the perimeter of the nail. Make sure that my shape is sharp. Okay, and here's both hands filed and ready for design. Here's when I'm going to come in and add my foil, and I'm using that Maricart, I think that's how you say it, Maricart foil gel. So I'm going to add that, and I'm not going to lay it thin. I'm going to use it just like it is a top coat, and I'm going to apply that on the pinky and the thumb, and then I'm going to cure it just for 30 seconds. The foil I'm using, this one is a rose gold pink holographic, and then I'm also going to use just a regular gold holographic, and then I'm going to be using a metallic gold. I'm going to be using that ugly duckling To add my gems, I'm using just some gold charms and then some crystal clear Swarovskis and then some gold metallic Swarovskis. Now I've noticed when I use these gold Swarovskis on clients, when they come back they look like they're chipped. So now what I do is when I come and top coat it, I just top coat over those golds. Now on your regular diamonds, of course you don't do that because it'll take away the shine. But these metallic ones in your charms, I do top coat over those. Alright, I'm coming to top coat and look at that glass nail, hunty. It is coming through. Now, of course, on my foil ones, I top coat those twice. And these are the finished nails, you guys. Normally, when I freestyle, I don't know if they're going to come out good, but baby, I love them. Especially in the sun. Look at them, y'all. Look at that dimension. It's coming through. I just love glass nails. You can always win me over with those. But that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you will try this on yourself or on your clients. If you do, let me know. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in another video.